Oh, hey, how you doing? My name's Joe the Big Guy. I'm pretty sure you knew that already. But with E3 passing this Saturday, there have been some very good titles that have been announced, and I'm here to showcase some of my favorites. And now the first game I wanted to talk about was Star Wars Battlefront 2. Not gonna lie, when I first heard this game was a thing, and I'm like, oh god, no, not another expensive tech test. Jesus, EA, why would you do this? But when I saw the gameplay trailer for this game, my mind just completely exploded. The atmosphere is so right. It actually feels like you're being set in a George Lucas masterpiece. The game just looks absolutely amazing, and EA says that they're going to have free DLC, which is a good thing because it was pretty much a robbery for them to make us pay for DLC, especially DLC that was like almost as much as the game, and that's just completely ridiculous. Get yourself together, EA. But I'm pretty sure they are going to get it together with Star Wars Battlefront 2. I really hope that they do not mess this up. EA, if you do manage to mess this up, I will find and kill every single one of your children. Alright, moving on. Uh, Ori and the Blind Forest 2. Now, I never played the first Ori and the Blind Forest, but as soon as I saw the first bit of gameplay for it, I knew that this game was like another Undertale or just like another indie game masterpiece because a lot of indie games are very unappreciated, and I feel for that. I feel for like making something and like not being as successful as a GTA game. Not to say GTA bad's, of course, but it just takes a lot of spotlight from all the hardworking developers from indie games. But Ori and the Blind Forest 2 looks pretty amazing. I'm pretty sure fans are absolutely going to love the second one. Never played the first one, so... But the game does look pretty polished and pretty good from my perspective. Now, one meme that you can take away from this whole E3 is the Xbox One S. Like, what the hell kind of a name is that? Come on, Microsoft. What are you doing, man? The Xbox One S? I could think... I could think of like three good ones on the top of my head. But anyway, the new Xbox One S is basically to basically sum it up, 4K. That's just all you need to know because that's apparently what they all kept saying is that 4K this, 4K that, and I do not get why Xbox thinks that good graphics equals good gameplay. That is just obviously a myth, and if you think that, then boy, do you need a wake-up call. Because games are about having fun and what the gameplay is. It's not about the 4K graphics are just absolutely amazing. And why would you promote graphics on a console? Like, Jesus Christ, if you want good graphics, get a PC for God's sakes. Don't try to brush off the Xbox One S as a superior graphical masterpiece, even though when it is inferior to the gaming PC. And this is not to shit on console players. This is just the truth that if you want good graphics, get a PC. The new Kingdom Hearts game. Now, I've never truly been a fan of Kingdom Hearts, but I've seen some gameplay. It looks like a pretty fun beat 'em up. I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty awesome, and I'm pretty sure fans of the first one are absolutely gonna enjoy this year's edition of Kingdom Hearts. South Park in the Fractured Butthole. Now, this is a game I've had my eye on for a while. Ever since the Wildcat, or Tyler Wildcat, whatever you want to call him, has played it by the developers. And the Fractured Butthole looks like an awesome RPG. I'm a huge fan of RPG games. Like, you have no idea. I absolutely adore RPGs because they're just such a great work of art. And with the Fractured Butthole, I'm pretty sure that the comedy is going to be top notch because, hey, it's South Park. And the combat is going to be just as good as the first game, except the only difference is that this game you are playing is basically as a superhero. Instead of the last game, you're basically playing as like wizards and knights and Jews and stuff. I think it's pretty hilarious that one of the factions is Jews. That's hilarious. And here comes one of my favorite games on this list is God of War. Now, I have never played the original. I never played it originally back in the day, but I do believe it was like 2 years ago. I saw the game. I saw the collection bundle, and it was really cheap. And I was like, 5 games for this measly price? Hell yeah! And so I bought it, and I have fell in love with the series ever since. I think my favorite one is probably 3, probably because of just like the just like the bigger bosses. I'd say, but the God of War series have just been always it's never been a letdown for anybody. I've always enjoyed them all, and I'm pretty sure that this year God of War 4 is gonna knock it out of the ballpark. Because from what I've learned from the God of War series is that from each game that they make, they just keep on improving from the last one. And I'm pretty sure that the new God of War is going to be an instant classic for generations to come. And now we are moving on to the new Shadow of Mordor game. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but enjoy it. But anyway, the new Shadow of Mordor game looks pretty freaking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of looks like a carbon-based copy from the first game, though. But I did see different mechanics of the game, and that's very awesome that they took things from the last game and they improved on it indefinitely. And I do think that the new Shadow of Mordor game is going to be pretty awesome. And now, here comes my absolute favorite game on this list, the new Spider-Man by Insomniac Games. And now, when I first heard that it was being made by Insomniac, I kind of like lifted my eyebrow because Insomniac usually makes Ratchet and Clank and platformer games. And now I'm thinking, what are they gonna do with a Spider-Man game? And I'm telling you, as soon as I saw the gameplay for the new Spider-Man game, I just absolutely lost my mind. They know how to make you feel like Spider-Man in this game. And I really hope that they get this game right. Just like, I really hope this game is like basically Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2. Because in that game, the web swinging is just so satisfying. And that it just makes you feel like Spider-Man. And I really hope that this game, just gameplay-wise, mechanically, with the web slinging, is just going to be absolutely awesome. So I'm really hoping that Insomniac really does a good job on this because Spider-Man has always been one of my favorite game series of all time, and it would be a shame to see this go down in flames. And now, I never really liked the Amazing Spider-Man games because me personally, the pacing's too slow and like it's based on like one of the worst films of all time. Because I'm a Tobey Maguire guy. I'm sorry, like Tobey Maguire movies are way better than the Andrew Garfield movies. Like let's just get that straight, okay? It is absolutely 100% better than the Andrew Garfield movies. But anyway, it's not that they were bad. It's just that the game made you feel limited to your environment. That you can only do so much, and I don't like that in an open world Spider-Man game, where literally crime is on every corner, and it's your job as Spider-Man to protect the streets of New York City. And now I really hope Insomniac nails this one on the head, which I'm pretty sure they are, because hey, they're Insomniac and they know how to make good games. Now this one I've had out on my radar for a while, before even E3 even showed it off. Days Gone looks like a pretty awesome game. My brother actually showed me the gameplay of it. And now as soon as I saw all that horde of zombies chasing the player, I just knew that that Naughty Dog just had a hell of a time with this game. Because the way I can tell is because there's so many zombies. It kind of reminds me of Dead Rising and when there are all the zombies in the mall. And there's just so many of them on screen. But this one, they actually chase your ass. And it feels actually so terrifying to be chased by millions of zombies. And I'm pretty sure that Naughty Dog is going to nail this one on the head too, because they are the ones responsible for The Last of Us and Uncharted, which everyone knows is very good story-driven games. And I'm pretty sure they are going to absolutely nail this one. Because Days Gone looks like a pretty awesome zombies chasing simulator. The new Shadow of the Colossus. Oh, sorry about that. The new Shadow of the Colossus game. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I never played the original Shadow of the Colossus, but I do know what it was about. It's basically fighting giant monsters by climbing on top of them, and that is something I can get behind. And now I'm pretty sure that the fans of the series are gonna get the graphics that the Shadow of the Colossus is meant to get. Because the Shadow of the Colossus series, what people have told me, is absolutely amazing. I've never played it myself, but I can believe that because you're basically climbing on a giant monster and killing it. What part of that doesn't sound awesome? You might as well be crazy to think that. If you don't think Shadow of the Colossus is awesome, there's something messed up in the head, man. And now here's the big one. Here is the absolute big one for me. Super Mario Odyssey. Now, when I first saw the gameplay for this game, yeah, nice commentary, Tim. Gameplay for the game. But when I first saw the gameplay for Super Mario Odyssey, it just looked absolutely amazing. And the developers themselves said it was way better than Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Galaxy. And now I think what they meant to take away from Super Mario 64 is the movement system, because the movement system in Super Mario 64 is kind of wanky, it's kind of, but when you nail it down, it feels so satisfying to jump around as Mario, jump out some Goombas, get a box, get a power up. It just felt absolutely amazing to do. Now with Super Mario Galaxy, uh, basically what they did with that game is that they just took this whole concept of level design and they just bumped it up to like 11. They know how. I don't care what you say about Nintendo, but they know how to make great ass games. They're terrible at marketing. They're terrible at news or whatever. They're kind of terrible at everything except making games. And now, as soon as they said it was going to be better than Super Mario 64 and Galaxy, that's when I kind of freaked out because so far those are my favorite Mario games of all time. Uh, the side scrollers didn't really do much. I'm really into the 3D kind of Mario games. Don't know why. It's just always been a fan favorite of mine. And and Super Mario Galaxy kind of looks like a GTA Mario. Or that's kind of stupid to say. It's basically like a free roaming world Mario, where you can just roam around the world, different levels, all that stuff. Because look how many levels are in Super Mario Galaxy. Like that's just absolutely insane. And I'm pretty sure they're absolutely gonna nail it with Super Mario Odyssey, because Nintendo, they're not very good at marketing. They're not very good at anything else except making games. And now I really hope that they completely nail this one. I really hope this isn't a big letdown like that game, No Man's Sky, probably the biggest fail in gaming that anyone has ever seen in their entire lives. No Man's Sky was just like the letdown of video games. It was basically like the incompetent brother of video games, the person who can't get anything done. It gave us a whole bunch of broken promises that it did not fulfill at all, and I think that's why No Man's Sky is probably one of the worst game releases of all time, because it had a $60 price tag and no action. And I think I'm done ranting about No Man's Sky, and that was my list for favorite games of E3. Please let me know what your favorite games were down below. And yeah, guys, it's been me. If you guys want more videos like this explaining what kind of my games are my favorite, then just let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, like, comment, subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later.